Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Overnight the market edges slightly higher for the Australian dollar as we look towards a key level which is around 70.55 to 71.15. I do feel, due to the weaker technicals, as we get closer to that top side, we may see traders start unloading some of their long positions, as in profit taking may emerge. That is above 55 or close to 71 cents. It is viewed though that any pullback may find support initially around 69.90 with a base suggested now around 69.45 and reassess from there. Having posted a 9-month high, the euro was a little bit lackluster overnight, along with the US dollar, which still remains somewhat unchanged around 101.6070. With the US Central Bank now entering its blackout period before the next US Federal Open Market Committee, or the FOMC meeting, we've still got a couple of numbers coming out that may give the market a little bit of a jitter. That is the US Gross Domestic Product, GDP, and also the Personal Consumption Expenditures, which is the PEC report, which may shed some light on consumer spending, income growth, and inflation. Although investors are hoping that when the US Central Bank emerges from its next meeting, which starts on January 31 and wraps up on Feb 01, its message will deliver a more dovish turn and hopefully a slightly less of a rate hike that we've recently seen to 25 basis points. This would take the Fed's benchmark borrowing rate to a target range of 4.5% to 4.75%. Like the Australian dollar, we're getting very close to the top side target, which is around 109.45 to 60. Profit taking may emerge as traders start to unlight their positions towards this level and ahead of the US Federal Reserve rate decision, just in case we get an unexpected gain of 50 basis points. Nevertheless, the market is somewhat getting a little bit overbought, so I do view a pullback that could see the market eventually retreat from 109.45.60 and look back towards the region of 108 with a base seen at 107.45.65. Having staged a break of this short-term trend, the market did briefly look back towards it and now hovers sideways. I feel that long we maintain above 129 figure 20, which is where the support level, once resistance, now support, could eventually see the rally on to 131.70.90 and reassess. Failing to continue the momentum, as we're looking at the RSI, has buckled, and a break beneath 129 figure that would reinstate the downside and look towards the region of 126.75.90. Having viewed that the top side may have been reached at 124, we have got about a 70-point sell-off overnight for sterling, and now looks back towards, as it breaks down beneath that midway point on the RSI, that we're looking possibly to a target of 122.90. A break there would give further scope down towards 122.25 and reassess from there. I'm not abandoning the top side as of yet. I feel this is just a little bit of profit taking, as I do expect, as I say, with the Australian dollar and also with the euro. So this may be just a pattern that the other markets may follow. Gold still holding to its gains, and I feel it's getting very close to its top side objective, which is somewhere around 1,951 to 52. However, although the target is viewed around that region, the technicals are breaking down, and also is the MACD, so still be on your guard in case we do get a snap to the downside and look back towards the region somewhere close to 1,800 and 80-90 area. But as I say, top side I'm not abandoning, but I'm getting very, very wary of how these technicals are breaking down and therefore may not reach its top side objective and might find the market might jump in front somewhere around 1,940 instead and start lightening up their position. Wrapping up with oil, after much difficulty taking out the level of 81, 50, 90 area, We've seen a drop in oil and now looking back towards a region of $78.50.80. Technicals have broken down, so we are on track to see a further slide into the start of today. Well, that wraps it for the start of the morning. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report and also the end of the day wrap.